ARB Holdings, which you'd have to say is a bit of an odd name. It's in fact named after its founder, whose name is Alan Burke. It's a Durban-based distributor of electrical goods, but it really has grown into a countrywide operator. Alan Burke remains the dominant shareholder in the business. They also have the Eurolux operation, that's lighting. Market capitalization 1.2 billion rand. Price earnings ratio 9.21. Dividend yield 4.20. It's actually paid quite a lot of special dividends. Makes sense. But this guy has done a superb job.
He has. He's really built this in a slow, determined manner and really built a solid business. It's well capitalized, and hence the special dividends. So it's actually potentially overcapitalized, but they say they could use that capital for acquisitions, and they are looking around. Did buy Eurolux a few years ago, which diversified their business as well. So they're looking to go into the broader electrical supply chain rather than just cabling.
Yeah, because Eurolux could be stuff that gets bought by people doing refitting of their existing homes, as well as by smaller contractors.
Correct.
But they also do supply the contractors who do work for the municipalities with the sort of slightly heavier cables and all sorts of infrastructure that goes into substations.
Yes, so they've got a nice spread of business to try go right across the value chain and not be overly reliant on one particular market.
And I noticed if you drive towards OR Tambo, they've moved one of their branches now quite visible alongside the highway as you're going up and down. In that area around where Builders Warehouse is in Meadowdale. And that's like, hey, that's a great idea, because then you get free advertising when people drive around.
And they've got this, they've tried to have some almost like hardware outlets, you would say. So they've got actual retail stores. They've got about 21 of them, which is, I think, growing. And then they've got that market, that sort of bucky brigade that come in and buy from them, smaller contractors. So they've seen how the industry works, and I think understood it fairly well in terms of, as I say, the value chain and trying to connect with all the different points in that value chain.
But their prospects do depend on, bigger contracted spending and the cycles of building and approvals of new buildings, and also critically investment in municipal supply networks, which now must be like tottering.
So they've managed to, because I think they've seen the market and understood it, they've managed to fill up their turnover where it's sort of dipped in terms of the cyclicality nature. So if you look at their past results over the past 5 years, they've actually grown at quite a nice, stable rate, sort of bunking that cyclical trend. So they must have
clever buyers who procure stuff from Asia, where I assume it gets manufactured, like rolls and rolls of electrical cable and all that sort of stuff.
And looking for new markets all the time.
Let's have a look at the share chart, because when we say it's done well, there you go. Kind of hit it high there of nearly 8 rands a share. It's kind of drifted sideways a little bit. But, if you go back to when it listed, it kind of came to the market in a very inopportune time in 2007. But they still just gritted it out. Alan himself bought more stock from the market when things looked glum. So hot or not?
On this one, I would say I'm hot. It's well priced, good dividend yield. Acquisitions as an opportunity, but it itself might be acquired. So I think you've got both sides of it.
Good, and obviously sometimes a controlling dominant family shareholder is a good thing, but it's definitely a good thing when the person is talented and hardworking and has the same objectives as all shareholders.
Certainly.
Okay, let's go hot on that one as well. Right.